Do you get easily offended? We're diving right in because in this channel we are what? Time efficient, or at least we try to be. So if you find yourself getting easily offended, you get angry pretty easily too. You go from 0 to 100 real quick. There may be some stuff in there that we need to go ahead and check in, right? Now, I came upon this topic and let me tell you, I dug really deep into this, so we have a lot of information to go through. So I'm going to be talking quick too, to be time efficient, but get you all of the information that you need. Write it down, whatever it is that you do. I'm a little bit of a notebook, write down things. So let's keep it going. I saw myself, I was running low, right? I was running on E. What I'm trying to say with that is that I was exhausted. I've been working on projects, I've been doing things and reading a lot and trying to make sure that I'm giving you guys the best that I can. And I didn't realize I hadn't really been sleeping much. I had been staying up late, waking up early. And for me, it was as simple as you need sleep. But if you were me in the past, me getting easily offended, getting angry easily, getting irritated very easily meant that I had still to forgive. I had grudges, I had things in my life. So one of the things I want to point out is that people are good for your life. Whether they irritate you, they annoy you, people are both going to reveal and develop our character. Now, people are always going to reveal our character, but the second part of that is we have the choice to develop our character. Use those people that irritate us. Use those people that just get so much emotion out of us to work on ourselves, okay? That's a good thing. You can always find something good out of whatever situation, okay? To hold grudges is like a wound that's healing. It becomes a scab, but then you keep picking at it. You keep taking the scab out and then whoop, again. And then it has to start the process again. What I'm describing right now is also resentment. When we hold grudges, we are welcoming resentment. Now, resentment, let's break down the word begin, to begin again, to redo, right? To start, to do something again. That's and then sentiment, emotion. So to resent others, to have resentment, it means that we are re-feeling, we are reliving whatever hurtful thing we went through, whatever pain it is that we still have. We are redoing that, reliving, re-feeling it. Now, that's based on our habits, which is a great episode if you haven't heard it. Our habits. What are you constantly thinking of? Are you constantly putting in your head your thoughts about what was done to you? Are you constantly reliving that? Are you saying, I'm never going to forget what was done to me? I get that. But the thing is that you don't hold resentment. It holds you. And it holds you captive. Because from my own experience, getting rid of resentment, it's hard AF. Okay? It's something that you got to first change your habits, but then rewire everything in your brain, because now you've made connections in your brain that every time somebody does this or something, whoop, 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 it's similar to the hurt that you've had, the pain that you went through. So now it's a lot of work. And let me tell you right now, it's not worth it. So if you feel yourself that you're going into the resentment stage, you're welcoming that into your life, stop it. Put a stop to it. It's not worth it, okay? If you have resentment, it means that you haven't been able to forgive. And everything is so connected, because we talk about forgiveness already in this channel too. But we're digging a little bit deeper here and connecting it all together like a great little puzzle. If you haven't forgiven, it's tough to get rid of resentment, because to forgive is to be free, to let go. Now, I urge you to forgive whatever happened because of you, not because of them. I'm not telling you give them a free pass and let them just, go on about that. No. I'm not saying forgiveness is not to excuse the behavior. To forgive someone, you're not excusing the behavior, okay? Forgiveness is when there is no sense to what was done. An apology, though, doesn't need to be forgiven. Instead, it's accepted. You accept their apology because an apology makes sense. There's reasoning to an apology. For example, hey, I forgot to tell you that I actually had made plans with someone else for this weekend. I found out about it, my little calendar reminded me or something, on Wednesday, but I completely forgot. I kept doing other things, and here we are on Saturday, and I'm sorry I double booked. I'm gonna work on my time management. I understand that your time is valuable, and I apologize about that. It won't happen again. I'm gonna make a note of this, and I'm gonna work on this. That makes sense. Poor time management, right? They explained it, they recognized what they did wrong, and they're gonna change their behavior. That's an apology. It makes sense. Now, something as silly as maybe you have a kid, right? A toddler comes up, shoves spaghetti up your dad's nose, grandpa's nose, while he was sleeping. Why would you do that? Why would you shove spaghetti up his nose? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you do such a thing? Now, of course, that's a funny type of example, but it's to let you know that it doesn't make sense. A lot of the times people hurt us and it doesn't make sense. You can't ever rationalize that. You can never see why would someone choose to make that decision and hurt you. That's to forgive. To forgive, it doesn't mean that you need to reconcile, okay? When you reconcile with someone, is because they have stepped up and they have said, hey, I know I messed up. I did X, Y, Z. They're specific about their apology. They know what they did wrong. And on top of that, they understand that their decisions hurt you, but they also feel remorse about it. At that point, that's when you decide, do I want to reconcile with this person or not, right? Because that's what goes down. Note taking. So to reconcile, that's your choice at that point. Sometimes you don't want to. You forgive. And sometimes you have to remind the person that you just forgave, hey, it doesn't mean we're back to how it was. It doesn't mean I want you in my life anymore. Because sometimes you have to do that. A lot of people think, oh, they forgave me. Oh, I'm back in. All this. No. No. You have to remind people sometimes. And that's where boundaries take place too, right? So remember, it is your choice to forgive. It is your choice to let go of resentment. It is your choice to let go of grudges. But at the end of the day, I urge you to do that because it's not worth it to hold on to that. Okay? One little thing here I definitely want to point out is to forgive is to let go. When you forgive, you're letting go of vengeance. You're letting go of the retaliation. You are forfeiting having revenge because you know it's not worth it. You matter. You are special. You are worth it for your own time. Don't stay stuck in what was hurtful and what is painful. Don't stay stuck there. Because if you don't let it go, it turns you bitter. You even stop smiling. Your body posture may even change. You may draw inward, right? People may talk to you and you'll be like all paranoid. Like, what does this person want? What do they want from me? What are they going to use from me now? How are they going to hurt me? Let it go. It's not worth it. And that's definitely something you keep working on yourself. It doesn't matter if you're at a great place in your life, you are constantly working on yourself. Okay? I'm still doing that. There are different things that may come up and I'm like, ooh, I gotta chime in into that. I gotta be able to let go. So, guys, remember to do that. If you find yourself getting easily irritated, remind yourself. Check in with yourself. I always say that. Check in with yourself. I'm never going to ask you to do something. I'm never going to tell you some knowledge that I have unless if I've already done that myself or I'm currently using that myself. And that is something that I do myself at all times. I tune in into myself. I check in. I go like this because it helps me. Like, oh, there's sound, right? There's action, and it helps me concentrate. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? Why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening? Is this something that I can control? If it's not, let it go. You can't control it. Let it go. Now, how we feel about certain things, we can definitely control that. So, just to do a quick little summary here, okay? What did we learn? To hold grudges, you're eventually welcoming resentment. Resentment holds you captive. You don't want that shit. It takes a long time to get rid of that, okay? To forgive is not to excuse the behavior. No. To forgive is to free yourself off that pain, to no longer be held captive by what hurt you. To forgive is to know that you will not understand why they did such a thing. An apology, you accept an apology because it makes sense. There's reasoning behind it. To forgive is not to reconcile with the person. Nope. You get to decide whether you want to take that next step. But overall, remember, if we're getting easily offended, if we're getting easily irritated, check in and see what it is. Maybe it's as easy as go and take a nap. Or maybe there's deeper things in there that we need to check in, we need to clean, okay? And let go. Forgiveness also means you're forfeiting your chance to have vengeance. Let that go. It's going to take care of itself, I promise you. Focus on you and on beautiful things. All right, let's go to the spiritual side. So, the spiritual side, I say spiritual side because I read this in the Bible, okay? But I paraphrase it and let's dive right in. The same way that we judge, we will be judged. Don't judge others, and God won't condemn you. Forgive, and I'll forgive you. That's what God says in the Bible, right? Forgive, and I'll forgive you. Give, and I'll give to you. Forgive 70 times 7. But now that we understand what forgiveness is, it's about you. It's about being free. It's about letting go. You don't need to carry that. You need to travel light. Don't carry that. That's in the past. If you're forgiving someone, that's because it was done to you. Okay? Now, let's work on that. Keep it going. A quick little example here. And just because you're showing a good example to others doesn't mean that other people are going to receive that. There's a story in the Bible where it says that a king forgave someone their debt to him. It was like, look, I'm not going to put you into prison. You can go. The guy was begging for his life. And the king heard him and said, you know what? It's fine. Go home. I'm not going to put you into prison. As he's getting home, someone that owes him money asks him for forgiveness because he's holding him accountable over the debt that he's owed. And the guy that had just been forgiven puts that guy into prison when the king had just forgiven him of his faults, of his debt, of what? The king finds out about this, grabs that guy, and is like, are you kidding me? I just forgave you. I just showed you by example what you should have done. But instead of showing grace to this person like I just did to you, I forgave you. I let you go back home. You put that man into prison. So now I'm going to put you into prison. Forget this. Where I'm going with that is that it doesn't matter how many times we may show people examples, good examples of what should be done, showing grace, forgiving, letting go, traveling light. Whoever is not ready, they're not going to get it. So don't waste your time doing that. You worry about what I just read. The same way we judge, we will be judged, right? Forgive and I'll forgive you. Give and I'll give to you. Worry about that. Do what you need to do for you. Stay healthy. Keep working on yourself. I'm proud of you. I know you can do it. Let's keep it going. All right. Peace out, guys. I hope this was great for you.